Hello students, today we are going to learn about geography 4th chapter structure of ocean floor. So first we will see the figure. In this figure first one is a mountain, second plateau, third coast, then sea level, then continental shelf, continental slope, submarine plateau, marine island and marine deep. So we study about the structure of ocean floor. Continents and ocean are part of the lithosphere and hydrosphere respectively. You know the lithosphere and hydrosphere. Litho means land, hydro means water. So hydrosphere means water bodies on the earth. So we call it hydrosphere. So continents and ocean are part of the lithosphere and hydrosphere. During low tides, the level of ocean water goes down and the land below the water near the coast is exposed. Means you know the tides. So already we learn about the tides. When low tides comes, the level of ocean will be low. Then high tides come, the level of ocean will be more. Suppose then suppose any ship touches any rock under the water, then ship will be break. The ship break when they strike against the rocks in the ocean. Then some sentences are correct or wrong. The surface of the earth is occupied by land and water. So this is a correct sentence because the surface of earth is occupied by land and water. Next point, geographical explanation. We know that the proportion of water and land is uneven on the earth. So you already know the proportion of water and land is uneven, not same. Around 71% of the surface is covered by water, but there is a land even below this water. So you know we know the how much water percentage on earth. So 71% water on earth. In our earth, land and water not in equal manners, but like water it is not at the same level. Means around 71% of the surface is covered by water, but there is a land even below this water. So but like water it is not at the same level, it is uneven. So percentage of the earth's surface covered in water 71%. Fresh water most of it is locked up in the ice and in the ground 2.5 or 1% readily available fresh water. Then various we classify the various landforms on the earth on the basis of altitudes. Means we classify various landforms on the basis of altitude means height. So we can classify various landforms: volcano, hills, island, the desert, ocean, river. Some landforms classified on the basis of height and shape. A similar classification can be done for landforms submerged under the water. Means similar classification for the landforms submerged under the water. If the classification of the landforms on the land can be done on the basis of altitude and size, then how can the landforms submerged under the be classified? Means we can classify the landforms on the basis of altitude and size. Altitude means height. So you know the various landforms means mountain, hills, plateaus, plains, hills, island. This is the different type of landforms. Then some question, try to name the landform shown in the figure. So already we seen the name of landforms in this figure. Then what parameters were used for classifying the landforms on the earth? So altitude and shape, size, this parameter used for classifying the landforms on the earth. Then what parameters were used for naming the landforms below water? So we can use depth of the sea floor. Next point, the relief of a ocean floor. Land submerged below oceanic water is called the ocean floor. Land submerged below oceanic water is called ocean floor. The relief of ocean floor is decided upon by the depth from the sea floor and the shape of the land there. Means we already told some ocean floor matlab ocean Pacific Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Indian Ocean. Or the average depth of the ocean is around 3,700 meters. The ocean bed is also uneven like the land on the continent. The ocean floor relief consists of all submerged landforms. The structure of ocean floor differs from ocean to ocean. So all ocean average depth how much? So 3,700 meters. Some land on the ocean have a narrow width, long. So different type of ocean, Pacific, Indian. Then we will look at the sequence of landforms and the details of major landforms on the ocean floor. As we go away from the coast, the structure of ocean floor changes. So now we going to discuss about the what are the landforms under the ocean or on ocean. So see here. First one, continental shelf. In this image, you will see the continental shelf. The land near the coast and submerged under the sea is called the continental shelf. Means continental shelf means what? The land near the coast and the submerged under the sea is called the continental shelf. This is the shallowest part of the ocean bed and it is also called a submerged coastline. Its slope is a gentle. So I have already showing a diagram. Continental shelf. Gentle means rough area, not a soft. The continental shelf length was not same in anywhere. Some places are very low, very high, narrow. So the extent of the continental shelf is not uniform everywhere. It is a narrow along the coast of some continents, while it is a broad for hundreds of kilometers at others. Its depth is up to 200 meters below the sea level. What is the depth of continental shelf? So 200 meters below the sea level. The continental shelf is very important from the point of view of humans. Extensive fishing grounds are found in the continental shelf. Why this continental shelf is very important for humans? So extensive fishing grounds are found in the continental shelf. As this part is shallow, the sunlight reaches its bed, algae, plankton, etc. grow here. This is food for fish. Natural gas, mineral oil, and various minerals can be obtained by mining the continental shelf. For example, Mumbai High, located on the continental shelf of the Arabian Sea, or it is a source from where we obtain mineral oil and natural gas. So the some plant grow in the continental shelf, algae, plankton. This is the food for fish and also natural gas, mineral oil, various minerals obtained in continental shelf. So in continental shelf, the land near the coast and submerged under there the sea is called a continental shelf. This is the shallowest part of the ocean bed. It is also called a submerged coastline. Its slope is gentle. The extent of continental shelf is not uniform everywhere. It is narrow along the coast of some continents, while it is broad for hundred of kilometers at others. Its depth is up to 200 meters below the sea level. Next, we will see the continental shelf is very important from the point of view of humans. Extensive fishing grounds are available in that area, and this part is shallow. The sunlight reaches its bed. Algae and plankton grow here. This is the food for fish, and in this area we obtain the natural gas, mineral gas. For example, Mumbai High, located on the continental shelf of the Arabian Sea. Then next point, continental slope. After the extent of continental shelf is over, the slope of the seabed becomes steeper. This is called a continental slope. The slope of the seabed becomes steeper. This is called a continental slope. The depth of the slope is 200 meter to 3600 meters. In some places it is a more. The continental slope is narrow. The lower boundary of a continental slope is considered to be a boundary of continents. Next, abyssal plains. Beyond the continental slope lie the abyssal plains, which are the flat part of the seabed. Which are the flat part. The abyssal plains consist of various submerged landforms like hills, plateau. Then mountain ranges and plateaus. The hills and mountains found on the ocean bed are called submerged hills and mountains. Means the hills and mountains. You already know the landform, different types of landforms, hills, mountains. So hills and mountains found on the ocean bed are called submerged hills and mountains. These hills are hundreds of kilometers wide and thousands of kilometers long. Peaks of some of the submerged hills comes above the sea level, so they are visible to us as marine island. Iceland in the Atlantic Ocean, Andaman and Nicobar Island in the Bay of Bengal are example. So mountain ranges and plateaus. The example Andaman Nicobar Island, the Bay of in the Bay of Bengal. The summits of some marine islands are flat and extensive. They are called ocean or submarine plateaus. For example, instance Chagos Plateau in the Indian Ocean. The next point, mountain dips, and this is the figure of mountain ranges and plateaus. Andaman and Nicobar Island. Then next point, mountain ranges and plateaus. Next example. Next point, marine dips and marine trenches. On the ocean bed, there are some landforms which are deep, narrow, and steep. Narrow is not wide. Steep means sharp inclination. They are called marine dips or trenches. Generally, the shallower ones are called marine dips, while deeper ones and extending for longer distance are called trenches. The trenches are thousands of meters deep from the sea level. So, marine trench in the Pacific Ocean, Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean is the deepest trench in the world. So deepest trench in the world means Mariana Trench. Its depth is around 11,034 meters. The mid-ocean submerged hills and marine trenches are geological most active area of ocean bed in the world. There are many active volcanoes here. Means in this area, many are active volcanoes here. This area are also earthquake prone areas. These areas are also earthquake prone areas. Earthquakes and volcanic eruptions occurring in the ocean bed give rise to tsunamis in the nearby coastal area.